Jurors were shown some very explicit videos, some apparently filmed by Combs himself.
Exactly. Videos, explicit text messages, detailing encounters with Combs, male sex workers, and women, including someone they're calling Jane.
A pseudonym, yeah.
A key witness, right. And also Combs' ex-girlfriend, Cassie Ventura, her lawsuit, you remember, kind of kicked off these wider investigations earlier this year.
Right, that lawsuit brought a lot of this to light initially.
And they read texts in court from Jane saying she felt used, that she didn't want to be part of these freak-offs. Pretty powerful stuff for the jury to hear.
So, faced with all that, how did the defense push back? Because that sounds quite damaging.
Well, yeah. During the cross-examination, Combs' lawyers, they went hard. They didn't just show their own selection of explicit messages and videos to argue it was all consensual.
Okay.
They also really tried to undermine witness credibility. And they questioned, how some of that digital evidence was handled in the chain of custody, basically trying to punch holes in that pattern idea the prosecution built, create that reasonable doubt.
Okay, so they tried to muddy the waters during cross-examination.
Right.
Which leads to this pretty big development. The defense says they're not calling any witnesses.
That's right.
Wow. That feels significant.
Yeah.
What does that signal, usually, when a defense team makes that call in such a high-stakes case?
It's definitely a high-stakes gamble. It suggests they feel confident, or at least confident enough, that they poke sufficient holes in the prosecution's case during crossing.
Right.
They might think calling your own witnesses could backfire, maybe open doors they want kept shut. So they're betting everything on the idea that the prosecution just hasn't proven its case beyond a reasonable doubt with the evidence already presented.
So it puts all the pressure back on the prosecution's narrative and the jury's interpretation.
Exactly.
Okay, so looking ahead,
Yeah.
Prosecution rests formally today. Closing arguments are penciled in for Thursday, potentially?
That's the tentative plan, yeah. Thursday closings, and then jury deliberations could potentially start as early as Friday.
And just a reminder of the charges Combs is facing. Serious ones, like sex trafficking, transportation for prostitution, and this broader racketeering conspiracy charge.
Mm-hmm.
He's pleaded not guilty to everything.
Mm-hmm. And the core challenge for the jury, really, is going to be interpreting that explicit evidence we talked about.